What is going on, guys? It's your boy K Cross here, back in the video today, and today's video I'm going to be talking about my updated status or my updated thoughts on the whole like stock market meme market thing, because it's been like a week now, and I've obviously it's kind of blown up. It's been in the media a lot more here lately. People are actually talking about it, you know, outside of like the little meme groups on social media, like Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that, Reddit. Once things escape those and like get into like national news and stuff, usually they kind of die. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. Like national news kind of kills things. But anyway, with that being said, like I feel like I've changed my opinion quite a bit on it. Before I was like unsure, like can we handle this kind of a like type of power as a group of people? We are kind of like vigilantes in justice anyway, as it is. With like how cancel culture works and everything. If enough people are just mad enough at one specific thing, then somebody's whole life can be ruined, basically. So, whenever we have this kind of power to invest in the stock market or to completely like pull out of the stock market and just do anything like that, it's kind of scary whenever you have like this many people involved in it, because like with how the whole thing worked out with Robinhood and everything, like if people were basically just get like mad at Robinhood, and everybody that used Robinhood to invest was to pull their money out of the market and to come back into the market, like at a much less rate. Like let's say like you pulled your $2,000 that you were investing in Robinhood, and you just came back in and put like maybe 100 into the meme stock that you wanted to invest into, and Ameritrade, then you'd be taking a lot of money out of the market, and I mean, you're putting some of it back, but you're still taking that money out at the end of the day, and that can affect the market pretty badly. You know what I mean? Like if say 100 people did that, that's what, I'm not good at math. Do the math for me. 200,000 people, or $200,000. I mean, something like that. Probably $2 million. I can't remember. I'm not. I'm just not gonna do the math. Just you got my point right there, right? So basically, if a bunch of people did that, and you just pulled all this money out of the market, then it could be bad on the market, right? So that's kind of like the thing that I was like kind of scared of, is whenever these do fold on us, and everybody kind of pulls their market or their money out of the market from this app because they're upset with it, and pulls that money out of the market in itself, then it's probably going to hurt the market. That, and if we stimulate the market, like overstimulate the market, it's bound to crash, right? So basically, these are the things that kind of scared me about the whole thing. But I feel like now that I kind of got a better understanding on it, and I realized that people aren't actually like as involved as they say they are with a meme, and like you know like if you look like AMC, for example, yeah, it skyrocketed, but at the same time it really didn't skyrocket that high. Or if you look at like Doggy Coin or whatever, which I've owned for a long time. I've owned a ton of them since like May, just in case like it became a meme, or something again, and like stimulated it into like up to 50 cents or whatever. I would probably sell it then. But I since I've like looked at these, like and seeing how people are not willing to take the chances. Like GameStop was like the only real like stock or thing that I felt like they actually accomplished. Like like they actually got it to an unbelievable amount, and I was actually shocked at how high it went up. Because I mean, I had a chance to hop on board whenever it was like $60. Like it just started popping off. Like I saw something about it, and I heard something about it, and I just didn't think that they would actually take it to like the $300 mark. I just thought it was gonna be something that died out, but it definitely did not. So I didn't hop in on that trend though, because I don't know, from a logical standpoint, it would have been a bad investment to buy into GameStop. So at that point, it would have been illogical to buy into GameStop, right? Like the company's never really proved anything, especially considering that it's like going out of business. And I didn't have a really good understanding of how much of an impact people would be able to make with it. Like I didn't really understand that people were actually going to be able to stimulate it to the point that they did. And in my opinion, I would have done the same thing again if I was pressed with that situation again, because ultimately I don't think it was a good decision to buy into it at $90. I mean, it was never a good decision. It was just kind of for the meme. And but I realized that that was like the only one that was really that crazy. So like realistically, like people aren't as into the meme as they say they are. Like some of these people are panic selling and stuff like that. Like these people are scared to lose their money. So I'm not nearly as like worried about it as I was before, because I thought people were just like, I knew people were gonna panic, but I thought it was gonna be more of a panic, like a like a timed panic, right? Like a one thing would happen and everybody would sell at once, and then they'd just take their money, like the money that they made, they wouldn't put it back in the market, so they'd be pulling like a ton of money out of the market, right? So that's kind of what I thought was going to happen, but it really hasn't happened. I feel like it more or less just inspired more people to invest in the market, which isn't a bad thing at all. Actually, it's a good thing, and I think it's a positive that it happened actually. And I think that my worries definitely not like they didn't come to life, so I think it's good. My worries have actually changed. As a matter of fact, I'm more or less worried that people are going to, blow up something that I own and then like drop it off to a point where, like it's not worth it anymore, right? Or not really that. It's more or less like I'm scared that people are gonna blow up something that I own, like a stock that I own, and then like I'm gonna miss it or something like that. Like I'm not gonna be paying attention, or something like that. Because realistically, I don't pay much attention to stuff like that. I just happen to get lucky in noticing the things like GameStop was blowing up and AMC was blowing up earlier on, even though I wasn't smart enough to invest in it. Like I said lucky, but I was lucky to see that it was happening, but I wasn't lucky because I didn't invest in it, I guess, But basically what I'm trying to say is that like I'm scared of missing out. Realistically, that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm just like taking a 20-minute long explanation of saying that. And so basically that's just like a whole different take on it, right? Because I have different feelings about it now. I have different fears and things like that than I did before. Because before it was more of a thing of like I feared that people were, like I said, going to go all in and then pull all out, and like there would be nothing. It would hurt the market quite a bit. But now I'm more or less scared that I'm gonna miss out on the next trend and I'm going to lose money somehow. And that's kind of that's just kind of a much more a much better fear, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like I'd much rather just be worried that I'm gonna miss out on a good stock, as opposed to worrying that the stock market might crash. But I mean, it's just the way it is. I'm actually, in hindsight, I'm glad that everything that happened, because I feel like more people are aware of the market and are aware of how to trade in the market, how easy it is now, and more people are going to trade in the market, and it's going to stimulate the market, which is a good thing. So I am happy about that. As long as people don't panic randomly and start selling stocks like crazy, we'll be fine. So I think actually now I'm glad that it had happened, as opposed to before, where I was like on the edge about it. I was like, can we handle this much power? But now I realize that most people that are going into it are educating themselves well enough and are not, scared and pulling out quickly. So anyway, that's all I had to say. I just thought I'd, tell you guys that I updated my opinion on it. And, since it's still a hot topic, I'd talk about it. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.